Come on, come on. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Keegan, get on track. Here we go. Open up this. Don't worry. Welcome to Phoenix International Raceway for round number 4 of the I.R.S.S Truck Series here from Arizona, as we will have Caden here in the booth with us tonight. Caden, how do you think this race is going to go?
Well, I haven't been in the league so far. I've been just chilling with my family and stuff, trying to have a good Thanksgiving with my family. But I think so far, if I heard lately, I think Mark would actually have a good advantage at this track, because in the recent other leagues that I've raced him in, he's actually pretty good. So I wonder what he's going to do here at Phoenix.
Yeah, as Mark has been doing really well here, as we are getting ready to take the green flag. Oh, we already got a wreck.
Mason, you have to string it for me.
As 18 of Ethan is around, and caution is out. Already, not a good day so far for him. Right now, caution is out on the speedway.
Now, this is an 80-lap race, so I wonder why they are so aggressive.
Yeah, definitely makes no sense on why. Already we've had an incident here, but let's go back. Look at the last. Let's go back and see what happened here. So going into turn 1, Mark seems to have gotten a very good jump. And right here, Ethan just gets loose right in front of the 6'9", and Keegan Clark and James Hartley get collected in that one.
That's probably going to set them back a little bit for repair, unless they have that fast repair.
They have that fast repair, but it seems like they will stay out for the time being, as Ethan right now taking optional repairs.
Now Hartley's going to go into pit road so he can fix the damage on his nose.
Yeah, right now, James Hartley with no damage, it seems, at the moment. But the 6'9" Keegan Clark in pit road. Seems like optionals are going to be the call for most of these drivers. And here's Ethan after getting sideways out of turn number 2.
Yeah, but surprised James Hartley didn't go with Keegan Clark down the pit road for optionals.
Yeah, let's actually bring James Hartley in here and see what was his thought process on that call. James, it's Mason and Caden up here in the booth. You got the copy?
Yes, sir. I got it up there.
All right, so
Good. How about you?
Not bad.
all right, so yeah, what's your call on taking the 4 tires? Or sorry, not pitting.
It's lap 1. Mark's telling me we don't really, I have barely any damage on the car, so I figured I don't really need to pay. It's early in the race, so I'm just gonna stay out for a little bit.
Yeah, seems like a good call, but how do you think that damage will affect you?
It's gonna depend if we get any more. But I feel like if we just keep it, with the amount of damage we have right now, I feel like we should be. It's not gonna bother us too much. So.
All right, yeah. As you guys get ready to go green here this time, we will talk to you later in this race, hopefully at the end of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was the driver of the number 33, James R. Hartley. As we are 1 lap to green, as the pace car is pulling off on the back straightaway. A very unique layout here at Phoenix International Raceway. The pit road is out of turn number 2, so these drivers have to pace around the little more than half the track. James, how do you think Mark's going to be able to get this jump with going to the outside on the choose cone?
Well, I think it'll look pretty good. Kind of a perfect restart right there. The others in the back don't know when he's going to be starting. So that's the most advantage he's got there.
Yeah, right now, very good advantage in turn 2 and out of turn 2, actually. And we see Keegan Clark all the way on the bottom right there. Now they're going to single file back out. And here comes Ethan. Now to the inside of James R. Hartley.
Now, I heard that Ethan won at Daytona, right?
No. Keegan Clark, your winner at Daytona, coming right now. Almost like contact with James R. Hartley, but yeah, Ethan winning at Vegas and then last week at Indianapolis.
Now, he's got a 2-streak win right now, if I'm correct, right?
Yes. He is locked into the playoffs.
Now, if he wins this race, that'll be his 3rd win in the series. But I think that Mark can know when to do good at certain tracks, but sometimes he has to learn those tracks.
Yeah, last week at Indianapolis, Mark Allen Bivens led almost every lap, but it was bad strategy call. It left Ethan to be able to take the win on the final restart. And Keegan Clark trying to rebound after a slump these past few races, coming in 3rd and in 5th. Third twice in a row. And as the 18 is going to go around, he's going to save it, no caution.
Now, that was a good save by the 18 right there.
Take a look at what happened. James R. Hartley's going to go all the way down. And right there, a slight contact in the 18. Seems like that one could have been netcode.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It could have looked like netcode. Now, let's try to...
As we see right here, no netcode, just slight contact right there with these two drivers. Now the battle back up now for 3rd with James R. Hartley and Keegan Clark.
Now, I bet you there's some heat going on between them two right now. But, I think that James kind of got tight off of coming that corner, because at this track, once you dive it in like that, you'll get tight when you come off the corner, especially like right there off of turn 1. You'll just get tight off of, you'll just go up and you can't do nothing about it unless you can brake.
Yeah, now Mark Allen Bivens now 2 seconds to James R. Hartley. So Mark with a 2.5 second advantage now. And right now, lap 12 of 80 here at Phoenix for the D Bat 8. As James R. Hartley now starting to close the gap on Mark Allen Bivens, but Mark Allen still driving flawlessly. Now we look at the battle for 3rd. Ethan starting to catch up on Keegan.
Ethan looks pretty good at this track now, but we never know. I think he has the fastest lap here so far, but I think Mark is probably a second ahead of him.
Yeah, right now, as you see, Keegan and Ethan, the only ones taking the dog leg, trying to catch up to Mark Allen Bivens and James R. Hartley.
Now, we have 80 laps here at Phoenix, so there's going to probably be strategy coming into this with fuel and tires. Now, tires here at Phoenix is probably a little bit more complicated to save.
Yeah, as you see some of these drivers already starting to not take the dog leg and burn tires. James R. Hartley and Mark.
Now I think Mark is trying to save his tires here. And he's a smart kid though. I know that for a fact.
Yes, he is. And as you see, James R. Hartley now starting to gain on Mark Allen Bivens. Could James R. Hartley be starting to pick up the pace and start to get traction on the rubber part of the racing surface?
Now there's going to be a battle for third in probably just in a few seconds here. Yep, here we go.
As you see, Ethan now starting to gain on Keegan. Really good battle possibly for these two. These two really battling as some of the best drivers this season so far. And here is Ethan. He's going to go to the inside of Keegan. Keegan now on the outside.
Keegan's going to try to pick up the speed off the turns 4. Well, off the little...
Still side by side going into turn number 1. Keegan on the dominant line. Up there on the top. Now Ethan, he's going to have to try and filter in behind Keegan. Keegan Clark
Now Ethan's going to try to keep draft. But here Ethan braked a little bit too hard, and now he's going to fall back a little bit. But now he's catching up back to Keegan Clark. Now he's going to try to go for the... Oh, he's backed him in the bumper, and now he's going to go for the inside.
Keegan Clark now into the wall in turn 1. Can Keegan stay side by side? Yes, he can. Out of turn number 2. Keegan Clark now has the advantage down the back straightaway.
Now Ethan's going to try to do the same move. He tried to, what he did it off of...
Now, down the front straightaway through the dogleg into turn 1.
Ethan's going to try to catch that drive off the backstretch.
Now, Keegan trying to take the line away from Ethan. As this is a multiple line racetrack here at Phoenix International Raceway.
Now Ethan's just probably laying back now, trying to see what he'll do next. But no, Ethan's going to go across the dog leg.
And almost get side by side with Keegan going into turn number 1.
Now Ethan's going to blink a little bit right there. Ethan's trying to catch his draft off the backstretch.
Keegan Clark now trying to catch on the 6, or trying to keep his gap on the 18 of Ethan. Ethan really close to that wall. As you see, James R. Hartley now starting to catch Mark Allen Bivens.
Now it looks like third and fourth is catching up to James here.
Now James trying to get have a good point stay here. As you see, Bivens now taking the dog leg, trying to keep that gap. Now back here to Ethan and Clark and Keegan. Now down the back straightaway. Keegan with a very big gap to Ethan. Not enough for Ethan to be able to get close to him to take the dog leg, to get side by side with him. As you see in the bottom left-hand corner, how much these drivers are having to move the wheel. near a track like Phoenix, where the track was recently rescanned and added with the back straightaway added. Now, front straightaway was the backstretch, now the front stretch. So these drivers really able to use the run in the top side on restarts.
Now, if they use that top side on the restarts, it would probably give them a little bit more advantage and probably a little bit more grip.
Yeah, right now it seems like the middle to the top, or the bottom to the top, is the fastest line right now. See Mark Allen Bivens going into turn number 1, and back to Ethan and Clark now. Keegan Clark, your Daytona winner, trying to get his second win of the season and lock himself in.
Now, James is catching up to Bivens here. So if he passes him, if James tries to pass Bivens, we don't know what Bivens is going to do.
Yeah, right now, Mark Allen Bivens, at the most dominant driver here right now. Let's see Keegan Clark now using a lot of that apron and trying to get a good run off. 18 now of Ethan slowly gaining, with Mark Allen Bivens now starting to lose ground to the 33 of James R. Hartley. Let's ride on board with James R. Hartley. You can start to slowly see the gap shrinking. Now, James R. Hartley trying to gain as much as possible through the dog leg.
Now you can see that Bivens is having to have a little bit damage on the hood, a kind of bit, but that won't affect him at all.
Yeah, right now, James R. Hartley, with that little bit of damage, seems to not be affecting him at all. James R. Hartley, now, down the front straightaway. Sorry, not down the front straightaway. Now down the front straightaway. He is now in the sights. Everyone starting to catch Mark Allen Bivens.
Now, I don't think Bivens, like I said earlier, I think Bivens is trying to save up. But I don't think he really is. I think he was trying to push it a little bit more.
As you see Keegan Clark right there, out of turn number 2, get into the wall. But yeah, seems like if James R. Hartley gets close enough to Mark Allen Bivens, he could go for it. He tries to go for it right here to the back bumper. Now, James R. Hartley now to the back bumper. But here comes Keegan Clark now starting the game.
Now here comes James. He's going to try to go to the outside, but no, that would not work, and try to send it in. But
Keegan now taking the dog leg. He's going to get side by side with James R. Hartley now. James R. Hartley's going to pull ahead. Almost contact there. A sheet of paper could have fit between them.
Now they're going, all three of them, well, both James.
Here comes
now
James
James is
Hartley
going to
to
go
the
out inside. Now James is going to, now they're probably 3 wide at this moment. But no, they're 2 wide now.
As Keegan got in the wall again there. But James R. Hartley still trying to keep within a reasonable gap to Mark Allen Bivens. as he's gonna send it in now. Flight contact.
Now they make contact.
The 76 almost went around. He saved it though. Now almost more contact. Now everyone's under a blanket going into turn number 1.
Now here comes Ethan. Your Las Vegas winner.
In Indianapolis. Oh, 2 drivers in the wall. That's Keegan and James. Now here comes Ethan trying to capitalize. He's gonna go to the bottom. As James R. Hartley had his opportunity on Mark, but now Mark is starting to pull away.
Now James is trying to find his line again, but it doesn't look like he is.
Seems like iRacing has had to have an issue, as we will be right back. Sorry for the technical difficulties that we are experiencing. We will be right back to racing action very, very soon. We are back from right now. We are back from Phoenix International Raceway.
but there's a delay.
And
Yeah, there's a delay.
right now we do have technical difficulties. So please
back.
stand by.
Right
Now we are officially back. And under racing condition. Let's go to Mark Allen Bivens and talk to him and see why the caution is out. Hey Mark, it's Mason up here in the booth. Do you have a copy?
And Caden.
Mark, you have a copy?
Gotcha.
Alright, so what happened there? Why is the caution out?
It really just seemed like Keegan just tapped the wall. Well, not really tapped the wall. He kind of slammed it, and yeah, just
Alright, so
went
what's
around.
the decision on choose corner here?
I'm taking top.
Alright, we're gonna send you up back to the race channel as green flag is back from Phoenix. If we are side by side through the dog leg, almost slight contact from Keegan and James. 38 laps to go here from Phoenix.
Let's see if Keegan Clark.
Keegan Clark's
Keegan.
number 4.
Yeah. Now let's see if James can catch up back up. But you got Ethan in the back, right behind him. Now so far, I think Ethan's kind of good at this track. But earlier he
Keegan
wasn't there.
sideways out of turn number 4.
Some of these guys might be a little bit more fresher tires than Mark. Because you can see,
Sideways,
because James sideways!
Big wreck! Caution is not out. We are still green. Caution is now out. Big damage for James R. Hartley. As you saw that, he got loose right out of the corner. See, right here on the yellow line, sideways, nowhere to go, gets hit from the 18 and goes fully around 18, big contact into the wall.
Now Mark Bivens, he kind of braked, but I think he has a little bit of damage. Oh, never mind, he doesn't.
No damage from Mark Allen Bivens. Let's ride on board with Mark Allen Bivens.
That was some good reaction time from him. Yeah.
Good driving from Mark Allen Bivens there. And James R. Hartley involved, possibly taking his fast repair here. And Ethan now, big damage to that truck. He is in pit road. Now, Keegan Clark gonna be restarting in first place.
Can we get Ethan's word?
Yeah, let's go talk to Ethan on what happened there.
Hey Ethan, this is Mason and Caden up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
So what do you think? What happened there?
I think James is an idiot
Okay.
because he couldn't save it, and he turned right just to wreck me. And now I got 3 minutes of options.
It sounds like you took your fast repair, but yeah, it looks like you got it kind of loose and was trying to save it from our point of view. But
I wasn't trying to. That was James being an idiot.
we wish you luck out there. Hope
Great.
damage.
Bye.
That was
Interesting.
That was very interesting. That was the driver of the number 18 with tempers flaring already. 34 laps to go. Segment caution third caution of the day, as Keegan Clark, your race leader, after winning Daytona so far, a really good race for him as he's out front. And Ethan backing out on track, exiting pit road with pretty significant damage to the rear end and to the right side. But how do you think that'll affect it as we choose cone right here? And Keegan gonna go to the top. James R. Hartley now also going. Keegan going to the bottom. James R. Hartley going to the top with Mark. How do you think Ethan's damage gonna really affect him here?
Well, it looks like he's got. I don't think the right side damage will really affect him, but the bumper damage will probably affect him by the engine and stuff. Yeah. So.
How do you think tempers with Ethan now and James will go for the rest of this race?
Well, so basically, I think Ethan's going to do something crazy like he always does, probably, and just probably wreck James.
Here we go, getting ready to go back green flag racing. We're green. As Keegan not gonna get a good enough start to build a big gap. Now, Keegan all the way down.
Keegan Clark, he looks kind of fast at this track now, but you got James sending it in off of the backstretch. Now he's going to take the dog leg, and the Bivens will take the dog leg.
And here they go.
Now they're going to go
Almost
too wide.
there.
Almost.
Now down the back straightaway, Keegan Clark. He's going to send it in on Mark Allen Bivens. Now Mark Allen Bivens is going to be side by side with him out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Keegan Clark might be able to clear. No, he won't. Still on the bottom going in turn.
Now let's see what Keegan Clark will do here. But James will send it in again off the front straightaway, coming in turns 1 and 2. But it looks like James is kind of catching up to them. And now Keegan Clark's going to send it again. He's going to try to clear Bivens. Well, he will not. Bivens will stay right there, right beside him.
Keegan almost cleared him going in turn number 3. Will he be
now he's
able
going
to keep with them through 1 and 2?
1 and 2 is a little bit more flatter than turns 3 and 4.
Here we go, now into turn 3 and 4. Will he send it in again? Yes, he will. Now, he won't be as close to Bivens as far ahead of Bivens. Now, he's going to take the dog leg. Will this be enough to clear him? No, it won't. Still side by side, door to door.
But you can't forget about James back there. He's got a little bit of damage on that front bumper of his. But you never know what's going to happen between these two. They might collide and James might take this lead.
Keegan Clark still side by side. Will this get him the lead? Almost. It almost gets him cleared. Keegan almost into the pit road wall. That's how close some of these drivers are going, especially Keegan.
Now James is going to send it in off the straightaway. No. Now they're still side by side. I think they're going to race each other and they're going to wear their tires out. Now Keegan Clark got a little bit too close there for comfort for Mark.
Now he's going to fully drop behind almost contact.
Now Keegan Clark is...
How close they really were.
Now Keegan Clark is going to try to use the drop off the back straightaway and send it in to turns 3 and 4. They're still side by side, but Keegan Clark will take the dog leg. Let's see what he can do off of this dog leg. Now he's going to enter the turn 1 and 2 right behind Mark. He's going to try to use the same line as Mark, but he didn't get it.
We're going to be having a better runoff after using the high side. Will he send it in here? Yes, he will. Sending it into turn 3. He's going to be able to clear.
No, but then Mark is going to come back down, and then Mark is going to get side by side with him.
He tried to do the crossover, but they were side by side now. Bivens back out front.
Boy, that was a little too bit of comfort right there.
As Mark still able to lead.
Now let's see what Clark. Oh, now Bivens will shut the door on Clark's line and tell him, no, you cannot pass me.
A really good defensive block from Mark Allen Bivens. But here comes Keegan Clark. He's going to send it to the bottom. Won't be able to get side by side with him through 1 and 2.
Now let's see what Keegan can do right here. Let's see if he can use a little bit of drive to see if he'll have more momentum than Mark coming off of the back straightaway. He will a little bit, but it will not be enough.
Enough. 22 laps to go here from Phoenix. You can't forget about the 18. If we have another caution, that will put him back on the lead lap and possibly with a fresh car, possibly.
Yes. But you remember, he said that he had, he did not use, he used his fast repair for the last caution he was in. Oh, buddy. That's getting a little too crazy up here now.
It is getting very crazy indeed for the battle for the lead. Now, Keegan trying to get as good of a runoff as he can. Now, Mark Allen Bivens now. Will he shut the door on Keegan? No, he won't. Mark, he tried to shut the door now. Keegan now.
Now Keegan's going to get on his back bumper.
Mark has rear end damage now. Did Keegan get into the rear bumper of Mark?
Oh, Keegan get a little bit loose, but let's see what he can do here. He's going to try to send it in, but or not. He's going to just try to stay behind Mark. And let's see what he can do off the back straightaway up here.
As you see, the damage to Mark Allen Bivens' back bumper, significant damage to his car.
Now, Bivens is going to shut the door again on Clark, but now let's see what Clark can do right here. He's going to try to
Mark Allen Bivens here.
We can't forget about James Hartley either.
James Hartley, 2 seconds behind. So if these two make contact, James would be the penultimate leader. Now
here comes Clark.
Clark's going to go to the inside once again. These two are having a heck of a battle. Down into turn number 1. Keegan's gonna slide up, they make contact.
Now let's see if James can catch back up here, or
No,
that
Keegan-
damage will affect him.
Will Keegan be able to clear? No, he won't. Coming out of turn number 4. Will they be able to make the pass? He's gonna be able to clear. They almost make contact.
Now Marco's going to be on that back bumper of Keegan's. And now Marco is saying will bump and run him.
But it won't be enough. Keegan's gonna be able to clear fully now.
Well, coming to 16 laps to go here.
This race is winding down. Keegan Clark needs a win to secure himself into the playoffs.
Now Keegan Clark looks like he has a pretty good fresh of car, but Marco send it in.
Mark's coming into the pits.
This might affect him, and he might go 1 lap down or 2 laps down.
So now, James R. Hartley running in the second place position with Keegan Clark running in as your leader.
Ooh, that doesn't look like...
Big damage to that car.
Yeah. Dang, we should be out of dirt track instead.
Some of these cars really look like they were at a dirt track or at a demolition derby. Bivens now still in pit road. Bivens with
No,
a
he's
slow
gonna-
stop. Bivens gonna go lap down. As they're working on the right sides. Well, sorry, the left sides. Now he's out of pit road, but even Ethan now gets by him. Caden Clark now half a track ahead.
Now he's
Will this
4
help?
seconds. Now he's 4 seconds ahead of James.
Mark's gonna go
Oh
around!
no!
Caution is out! We switched over at the right time. As you see, on cold tires, Mark Allen Bivens trying to push it. Gets sideways and gonna go around. Big contact. We're gonna talk to Keegan Clark here soon. See how this is gonna affect him. But giant damage to the rear end of Mark Allen Bivens. This is gonna help Ethan. He'll be able to get his lap back in, some repairs in. So this will really help him. But Mark Allen Bivens, this will not help him, as he will not get his lap back possibly. Let's talk to Keegan Clark. Hey, Keegan, it's Mason up here in the booth. Get a copy. And Keegan.
I got you.
Caden. So, yeah, how does that affect you right there? How does Mark Allen Bivens spinning out affect you?
Well, I mean, I've kind of experienced now. It's the same thing as Las Vegas. I mean, unless he's just finding new ways to spin gate, because, I mean, obviously on cold tires it's looser, but, you know, he's been trash talking Ethan all race for spinning on cold tires, and then he does that, so it's quite a coincidence that he tries to find a new way to spin gate.
Now, how is your car feeling? As we've seen, you have gotten in the wall lots this race. Have you found the right line and throttle for you?
The car is really good right now, and I think we've got a good car overall in the long run and the short run, so we found it right where it needs to be, and I think we can go win.
So how did you get by Mark Allen Bivens?
It's just got a fast car. I mean, it was tough, but my car kind of washed up the track when we made contact, so it kind of gave it to me. I don't want to race him like that, but fortunately that's just how the truck was.
How do you think this
Yeah.
will help the 33?
I think it gives him another chance at the win, because he needs one really badly, and in his point situation, he needs a really good finish here, and I hope he gets a good finish. I want to see him be successful, but I also want to win at the same time, so.
Alright, yeah. Caden, you got any questions?
Yeah.
I had a question, but I forgot.
Alright, so yeah, Caden.
Deacon. So when you were, I think at the first caution, do you think you got any damage from hitting James in the back?
50 seconds worth of damage. It was pretty bad, but luckily we didn't waste our fast repair on it, so that's what, in that second crash with James, we used the fast repair right there, and got us right back into this.
Okay, that sounds like a good strategy. And how do you think your strategy is playing out for you, real quick?
It's working pretty well right now, and I'm excited for this finish, and I hope it works.
Yeah.
Alright,
All
thank
right.
you, King, for talking. And we'll see
Good
you
luck.
at the end of this race. And as you see, the 18 trying to beat the pace car out of pit road, he won't be able to do it.
Now
So,
he's going to go a lap down again. Or
Back to a
two
lap down.
lap. Yes. And now Bivens will be starting second?
Bivens, still in fourth place, takes the outside. But James are hardly behind him, but Ethan now. Could he play a factor at the end of this one?
Oh. Oh no.
Now, Mark on fresh tires. He's going to be side by side with Ethan. Now, Mark, he's going to get his lap back. Ethan, or sorry, Keegan still leading.
Now let's see if Keegan will push his car to make Mark go back a lap down. If he makes him go back a lap down, it's actually a pretty he's really smart for doing that.
Now, as you see, down in the back straightaway, will it be enough? Now, we have our other broadcaster in here, Jackson Knock. So how do you think this race has been going? As you see, Keegan Clark leading, and Bibbins now, after spinning on cold tires. How do you think this is going to help Bibbins?
Oh, you're talking to me. I'm not. I'm just here to watch right now, man. You don't need 3 commentators.
Okay, so back to Caden. Caden, do you think Bivens still has a shot of winning this race? 26 seconds behind.
Well, unless if there's a caution that comes out, and plus he's on fresh tires, but you never know what Clark's gonna do. Clark might go in pit road and pit for new tires. So I think Mark has a little bit of advantage here, but if he uses those tires, he probably won't be having a good advantage.
The 18 of Ethan now, trying to get his lap back. Almost got side by side with Keegan, but he has closed up that gap.
Now, Ethan's gonna run that line a little bit. You remember the second caution, when James was on that line, it kind of messed him up when he came off the turn there.
Yeah, will that be the same thing for the 69 Keegan Clark? Will he be affected by that yellow line? Now, 4 laps to go down the back straightaway for Keegan Clark. James R. Hartley running second, and 3.5 seconds behind.
Sounds like
Mark Allen Bivens now crossing the line. Now Keegan Clark crossing the line.
now here comes Ethan, going to take the dog leg again, and oh, there he is.
Won't be enough. Now, Keegan Clark can't be side by side right now.
Is going to be pulling away from
The 18 of Ethan.
yes, and he's going to be pulling away from James Hartley, because James is probably almost 5 seconds behind him.
Yeah, but Mark Allen Bivens now down to 25 seconds behind. But James almost into the wall there.
Now James is kind of looks like he's trying to use a high line, but it's not going to be working out for him.
2 laps to go. Sorry, white flag. White flag is out. Presented by D Bat. Sorry. Yeah, one to go.
Now he comes off the turns 1 and 2, and he's coming into 3 and 4.
Keegan Clark
Will win at
turn 4.
Phoenix.
Is gonna
Will
win
win at Phoenix.
at Phoenix International Raceway.
James Hartley will come in second. Mark
Very good
Bivens will
place
come in
to
third, and Ethan will come in fourth.
Not a very good place for Ethan, but he is locked in at the moment. There is James R. Hartley. Till a victory celebration.
Now it kind of looks like James is the only Toyota out here.
Sorry, Ethan is the only Toyota out here.
Oh, yep,
As
Ethan.
we might be having a little road rage incident going on here.
Oh no,
Ethan
here we go.
and James. What's gonna happen here? Possibly some words exchanging here.
He was about to pull a Danny Hamlin there for a quick second.
Oh, and the
There he
18's
goes.
gonna wreck him.
Can we
18
go?
Rex James R. Hartley. Now, Keegan
let's
Clark
go.
doing his victory burnouts. Let's bring him in. Keegan,
Let's go,
you
baby.
have just won your second race and you have locked yourself in to the playoffs here at Phoenix. Now,
Yes,
how
we did.
is this going to affect you and the rest of your season as you are now locked in? Are you just going to take it easy?
Well, I mean, I'm still gonna compete really hard for wins, but obviously this is a big weight off my shoulders, as now we don't have to worry about the playoffs, and just get some extra points and keep going for checker flags.
Hey, Clark. I have a Keegan. I have a real quick question for you. So, do you think you could push harder if you wanted to win at certain tracks, even though you already are in the playoffs?
Uh, really, I'm gonna keep working hard for wins. I mean, I don't care if I'm locked in or not. I'm still going to the track to compete for wins, and I'm still gonna race just as hard.
Okay.
All right, yeah, an impressive showing for you here. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Just Mark for owning the car, and uh, just everyone watching, and all the support from my family and friends, and thank you.
All right, thank you
Thank
for
you.
thank you for that. And we have Jackson gonna be doing the rest of our race interviews. So, never mind. We're gonna talk to second place driver of
James
R.
Hartley. Yeah, of the.
James,
Oh.
it's Mason and Caden up here in the booth. Get a copy.
Yeah, I got a copy.
All
James,
right,
what
James.
do you, what do you think happened after the race there, bud?
I assume you're talking about the incident after the race, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I was going to my pit box. I was pulling the pit road. I was going the speed I was supposed to go. I was slowing down to 45 miles an hour, and it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was trying to pull a Denny Hamlin there on you
Yeah.
for a little bit
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know. I mean, he's just an absolute prick. Doesn't know how to drive and thinks he can come out here and be a dickhead when each week. So.
All right.
All right, very big words from the driver of the number 33. Now that will end our night off here from Phoenix International Raceway. Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream, and thank you D Bat for sponsoring the race. As that's gonna end it here at Phoenix. Keegan Clark, your race winner.
And thank everybody for tuning in.
Next week we're gonna be heading to Watkins Glen, New York, for 25 laps at Watkins Glen. So that will be a very entertaining race for everyone watching, and we will see you next week.
And I might be in it too. It depends.